Hello and welcome to Business Meditations Day 8. This week is all about stories. As a professional, you must know that if you want to communicate your passion, your purpose, whatever it is, stories are the way to get it done. So this week we've committed to sharing aspects of storytelling, and today is the first of 4 different mandatory elements that exist in any compelling story. And the first of them is the protagonist, the hero, the person the story is about. So you might immediately think that you're going to be telling stories about yourself, but that's not typically the case. There will be a few, but most of your stories will be about your clients or perhaps your employees. So how do you introduce your protagonist, the hero of your story, in such a way that the audience cares? Because that's important. If your audience doesn't care about the protagonist of your story, nothing else matters. So how do you introduce a compelling protagonist? I learned years ago when I started public speaking that if I was up on stage and presented myself as if I have all the answers, as if I was fully formed, as if I was some form of perfect, my audience wouldn't care. In fact, I think my audience wouldn't like me. And so I began shifting my strategy and starting by sharing my own journey, sharing my own failings, sharing what I'm still working on, letting them know that I'm in this process myself. And at this particular point, we're going to be learning together. By doing that, they cared. It mattered to them because they could relate to me. I was another human like them. Your protagonist needs to be introduced the same way. Your protagonist needs to be likable. They need to be human, which means they need flaws. So make certain your protagonist is likable and human as you describe them, and that their journey is something they are working on just like anybody else might be. And then there's a second aspect. Your protagonist needs to come with a journey. They need to come with some trajectory, some direction that they are pointed in, so that later on, when we introduce the obstacle, which we'll talk about tomorrow, there's something to interrupt. Because as I described in day 7, the story is a depiction of a journey that gets interrupted and then resolved. You have to have the journey. So whatever that journey is, most of the time for your clients, it's going to be some aspect of growth in their business. For your employees, their journey might be coming to work each and every day and enjoying it or wanting to enjoy it. Your own personal journey might be about professional development. Whatever the journey is, it's a part of your protagonist. It's a fundamental part of who they are. So as you introduce your protagonist, typically at the beginning of your story, make certain that they are human and that they're on a journey. If you do that and they're likable, your audience will be with you. They will be wanting to see how this all resolves. So consider that. If you have any thoughts, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to engage in conversation. Like and share if you would. It would be an honor to me. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.